Last class we have discussed regarding thermochemistry, in that enthalpy of formation, standard enthalpy of formation, and bond energy or bond enthalpy and change in bond enthalpy calculations in a given reaction we have discussed in the last class. So in today's class we will discuss some more problems regarding the change in enthalpy calculation in a given reaction, and then what is integral and differential enthalpy of solution, and then lattice enthalpy and lattice enthalpy calculation in case of NaCl or Born-Haber's cycle we will discuss in today's class. Let us solve one of the problem. Methane burns completely in oxygen. Calculate the energy change. Bond energy of carbon hydrogen is 413 kilojoule per mole, and oxygen bond energy is 498 kilojoule per mole, and carbon oxygen bond energy is 805 kilojoule per mole, and oxygen hydrogen is 466 kilojoule per mole. So in a given reaction, how many carbon hydrogen bonds are there? The 4 carbon hydrogen bonds are there. So 4 into 413 kilojoule per mole, that's equal to 1652 kilojoule per mole. And oxygen double bond. How many oxygen bonds are there? 2 oxygen 2 O2. So 2 into 498 kilojoule per mole. So that is equal to 996 kilojoule per mole. So in the reactant side, the amount of energy will be 2648 kilojoule per mole. And how many carbon oxygen double bonds are there? CO2, 2 carbon oxygen double bonds. So oxygen carbon double bond energy is 2 into 805 kilojoule per mole, that is equal to 1610 kilojoule per mole. And hydrogen oxygen bonds, how many hydrogen oxygen bonds are there? 2H2O means how many OH bonds? H and O bonds, 4 H and O bonds, that is equal to 4 into 464 kilojoule per mole, that is equal to 1856 kilojoule per mole. So the total amount of energy in case of product is 3466 kilojoule per mole. Therefore, what is the next step? We have to calculate now the change in enthalpy. The change in enthalpy means the bond enthalpy of the reactant minus the bond enthalpy of the product. That is, delta H is equal to 2648 minus 3466. So change in enthalpy is equal to minus 818 kilojoule per mole. The minus sign indicates that the reaction is an exothermic. Next problem, hydrogen plus carbon dioxide gives rise to water molecule and carbon monoxide. For the given reaction, we have to calculate the change in enthalpy of the reaction. We know the bond energies of hydrogen. The hydrogen bond energy is 436 kilojoule per mole, and carbon oxygen bond energy is 799 kilojoule per mole. So 2 moles of carbon oxygen bonds are there. 2 carbon oxygen bond is there, so 799 into 2, and H2O, the bond energy of oxygen and hydrogen is 463, so 463 kilojoule per mole, plus CO bond energy is how much? C and O, that is 1072 kilojoule. So in the next step, what we have to do, change in enthalpy of the reaction. The change in enthalpy of the reaction is 2034 minus 1998. The change in enthalpy of the reaction is 36 kilojoule per mole. Here also what we have did, we have taken the bond energies of the reactant and the bond energies of the product. Then we have calculated the enthalpy of the change in enthalpy of the reaction, that is bond energies of reactant minus the bond energy of the product. Let us solve one more problem. Methane plus 4 moles of Cl2 gives rise to carbon tetrachloride plus HCl, CCl4 plus HCl. We know that the carbon hydrogen bond energy is 413. But how many carbon hydrogen bonds are there? 4 carbon hydrogen bonds are there. So that's why 4 into 413, that is equal to 1652 kilojoule per mole. And chlorine bond energy is 242. How many chlorine bonds are there? 4 Cl2 means 4 chlorine bonds are there. So 4 into 242, that is equal to 468 kilojoule per mole. And in case of CCl4, how many C and Cl bonds are there? 4 C and Cl bonds are there. So we have to multiply 4 into 346. 346 is the bond energy of C and Cl. Then that is equal to 1384 kilojoule per mole. And HCl, between H and Cl, the bond energy is 431. How many H and Cl bonds are there? Between H and Cl, 4 HCl bonds are there. So 4 into 431, that is equal to 1724 kilojoule per mole. So now change in enthalpy of the reaction, that is equal to the bond energy of the reactant 2620 minus the bond energy of the products 3108 is equal to minus 488 kilojoule per mole. Again the minus sign indicates that the reaction is exothermic. Let us consider one more problem, the standard enthalpy change of combustion. For the reaction, ethene plus hydrogen gives rise to ethane. For the change in enthalpy for the reaction is, for the ethene already they have given C2H4 is equal to minus 1411, and for hydrogen minus 286, and for ethane minus 1561. So what we have to do, the bond energies of the reactant minus the bond energy of the product, then the change in enthalpy of the reaction is minus 136 kilojoule per mole. The standard enthalpy change is minus 136 kilojoule per mole. Next is applications of bond energy. The bond energies where we have to apply in the determination of enthalpies of reactions. Now only we discussed the problems where with the help of bond energies we have calculated the change in enthalpy of the reactions. And next application is determination of enthalpy of formation of compounds. In enthalpy of formation of compounds also we are using the bond energies. And next application is determination of resonance energy. And now, what is resonance energy? If a compound exhibits resonance, there is a considerable difference between the two values. Which are those two values? The experimental value and the calculated value. This difference gives a measure of the resonance energy of the compound. To explain the resonance energy, let us take example of dissociation of benzene. Assuming that the benzene ring consists of 3 single and 3 double bonds according to the Kekulé structure, the calculated dissociation energy comes out to be 5384.1 kilojoule per mole. So the change in enthalpy of dissociation is equal to 3 into change in enthalpy of carbon-carbon single bond because in benzene ring 3 single bonds are there and 3 double bonds are there. So 3 into change in enthalpy of carbon-carbon single bonds plus 3 into change in enthalpy of carbon-carbon double bonds plus 6 into change in enthalpy of carbon-hydrogen bonds. 6 carbon-hydrogen bonds are there. So change in enthalpy of dissociation is equal to 3 into 347.3. 347.35 we have taken because carbon-carbon bond energy is 347.3 plus of 3 into 615.0, that is carbon double bond carbon bond energy 615 plus 6 into 416.2, that is the bond energy of carbon and hydrogen. 6.5 we have taken because 6 carbon hydrogen bonds are there. So change in enthalpy of dissociation is 5384.1 kilojoule per mole. This is the calculated value, but the experimental value is known to be 5535.1 kilojoule per mole. This is the experimental value, but the calculated value will be 5384. How much the difference we got between the calculated and the experimental value? That is 151 kilojoule more than the calculated value. This clearly shows that the actual structure of benzene is more stable than the Kekulé structure by 151 kilojoule. The difference of 151 kilojoule gives the resonance energy of the benzene. So in this way the bond energies helps us to calculate the resonance energy also. Now enthalpy of solution. When a solute is dissolved in solvent, heat is either absorbed or evolved. Thus, dissolution of solute in a solvent is accompanied by enthalpy change. How you are representing the enthalpy change? Delta H of the system. The enthalpy change per mole of a solute dissolved varies with the concentration of the solution. It is necessary therefore to express the enthalpy change with reference to the concentration of the solution. For this purpose, a term called integral enthalpy So integral enthalpy of solution term we are using. It is defined as the enthalpy change when 1 mole of solute is dissolved in a solvent to give a solution of specified concentration. For example, if you take 1 mole of KCl dissolved in 200 moles of water, heat absorbed will be 18.58 kilojoule. This heat absorbed is the integral heat of the solution, that is called the integral enthalpy of the solution at this concentration. Here in this slide, the graphical representation is also there for the integral and differential heat of the solution. And then what is differential enthalpy of solution? The differential enthalpy of solution is defined as the enthalpy change produced when 1 mole of solute is dissolved in large volume of solution of a specified concentration. For example, a solution containing 1 mole of KCl dissolved in 10 moles of water. Now if we take a large volume of this solution, say 200 liters, and dissolve 1 mole more of KCl in it, the heat change produced will be called the differential enthalpy of KCl when the solution is already at the given concentration. The solution is present at the given concentration, so that enthalpy change is called the differential enthalpy of solution. So lattice energy or lattice enthalpy. So the change in energy that takes place when separated gaseous ions are packed together to form a ionic solid. For example, Na plus Cl minus gives rise to NaCl. Whatever the energy, the change in energy from here means Na gaseous atom and Cl gaseous atom combined to form a NaCl. The energy is called lattice energy. So Born-Haber cycle for sodium chloride. The sodium atom in solid state converted into sodium in gaseous state, the enthalpy change of sublimation, and then sodium gaseous atom converted into sodium ion cation, that is called the ionization energy, and then the chlorine gaseous state dissociates into chlorine molecule in gaseous state dissociates into chlorine atom, and that is called delta H of dissociation, and then chlorine atom in gaseous state converted into chloride ion. The electron affinity, required energy is called the electron affinity, and the cation sodium and the anion chloride ion combines together to form NaCl, and the energy is called the lattice energy. The calculation of lattice energy in case of NaCl. To convert the sodium solid state into sodium gaseous, the change in enthalpy of sublimation is plus 108 kilojoule. And to convert half of chlorine molecule gaseous into chlorine atom gaseous, that energy is half of 244 kilojoule. And then Na gaseous atom to convert into ion cation sodium gaseous cation, the ionization energy required is 496 kilojoule, and to convert chlorine gaseous atom into chloride ion gaseous ion chloride ion, the energy is 349 kilojoule. Electron affinity is 349 kilojoule. And then the cation and anion, sodium cation and chloride anion combines together to give NaCl. The energy is NaCl. The energy is minus 411 kilojoule. So what we have to do, the change in enthalpy of formation of NaCl is equal to change in enthalpy of formation of sodium atoms and change in enthalpy of formation of chlorine bond energy and change in enthalpy of formation of ionization energy of sodium plus the change in enthalpy of formation, that is electron affinity of chlorine, plus change in enthalpy of formation is NaCl lattice energy. So NaCl lattice energy is equal to minus 411 kilojoule. Minus 411 kilojoule is Na plus Cl2 gives rise to NaCl. That energy we have taken minus 411 kilojoule, and then minus of plus 108 kilojoule. From where we have took this 108 kilojoule to convert the sodium solid into sodium gaseous, plus of 122 kilojoule plus 496 kilojoule. This 496 kilojoule energy is to convert sodium gaseous atom into ion and plus minus of 349 kilojoule. 349 kilojoule is chlorine gaseous atom into chloride ion. So the NaCl lattice energy will be minus 788 kilojoule. This is the Born-Haber cycle for NaCl, and this cycle is used to calculate the lattice energy of the NaCl.